41-year-old LeBron James, and he's still playing at a level that would be impossible even for 25-year-olds, sciatica, foot arthritis, and missing the first 14 games, yet he's still dropping 21 points, 7 assists, and playing 33 minutes a night. Is this just discipline, or something that defies the limits of human performance? If this is true, it could completely change how we understand aging in the NBA. Watch till the end, because the real mystery is only just beginning.
Thompson couldn't squeeze it. Up ahead, behind the defense, it's James! LeBron added another poster to his all-time collection. He played against Jabari Smith Sr., and he just sunk Jabari Smith Jr.
At 41, LeBron James is still competing at a level most players can't maintain in their prime. This is someone dealing with sciatica and foot arthritis, who even missed the first 14 games of the season, yet when he returns, he's dropping over 21 points a night, creating 7 assists, and staying on the court for 33 minutes per game. So it naturally raises a bigger question: are we looking at the result of unmatched discipline, recovery, and long-term body care? Or is there something about this level of longevity that pushes beyond what we expect from normal human aging? I want your honest take. Do you believe this is purely the outcome of elite habits and smart investment in his body? Or does it make you question what's realistically possible over time? Before we dive into theories, let's focus on what we know, because even the raw facts, on their own, are already extraordinary.
If I told you that there was over 70 players born after your debut?
What if you told me there was over 70 players born?
You have a specific reaction?
Yeah, exactly.
LeBron James has now done something no one in NBA history ever has. He's reached a 23rd season. Before him, the benchmark belonged to Vince Carter with 22 years, a record that once felt untouchable, and now here's where things get even more unusual. The standard for a 41-year-old scorer was set by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who averaged 10 points per game at that age. LeBron isn't just slightly ahead of that, he's operating in a completely different range. He's putting up 21 points, 5.7 rebounds, and 7 assists per game, shooting 50% from the field, while still logging nearly 33 minutes a night. Think about that difference for a second: 10 points versus 21. That gap isn't small. It redefines what aging in the NBA is supposed to look like, and that kind of separation doesn't come from simple routines or surface-level habits. It comes from something deeper, something more significant. The real question, the one that's followed LeBron for years, is, what exactly is driving this level of longevity?
I want to know, for the people, man, who are watching, what would this mean for LeBron James's legacy if this is true, if he's on this, Balco, this new juice? I want to know, man. Like the way he slipped it in, and he said it.
Control-Alt-Delete, slip the what? Damn, relax.
Damn.
Control-Alt-Delete.
Damn. That was almost as bad as Darvin Ham when he said "whip it out." Huh?
Yeah,
that was crazy. My bad.
Crazy.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
But the way KG said it, and the way Paul Pierce reacted to it, it's kind of like, we knew about this. Like, he didn't say, "Whoa, what are you talking about?" Like, there was no reaction to it.
Since the mid-2000s, estimates indicate that LeBron allocates around $1.5 million annually to body care, including a multidisciplinary.
That's the version everyone sees, the polished, public narrative. The one shared on Instagram and praised in podcasts. A story built on discipline, relentless work ethic, and cutting-edge recovery methods. Cryotherapy sessions, hyperbaric chambers, red light therapy, alternating between ice baths and hot tubs, dialing in sleep, and tracking nutrition with near-obsessive precision. It all fits neatly into the image of total commitment. In the Netflix series Starting 5, LeBron James actually addressed the rumors about how much he spends on maintaining his body. He mentioned hearing the wild estimates and admitted they make him laugh. While he avoided giving a specific figure, he made one thing clear: the real investment isn't just money, it's time, and that reaction, laughing it off, says a lot. It hints that whatever the actual number is, it likely goes far beyond what most people imagine. So much so that revealing it outright might spark even more curiosity than clarity.
If the world understood what LeBron did, like other basketball players will hear what LeBron does and go, well, yeah, but that doesn't matter, right? It's like a baseball player and you're hitting a stick out of the way. It doesn't matter. It's like, no. If you knew what these performance enhancers did, then you would know why it does matter.
What do you think he's
there's
doing?
only one, we have the same drug guy, if you will. I know exactly what he's doing. But there's only one golfer.
Please tell.
There's only one golfer. I'm not going to. But there's only one golfer that follows the big three. And the big three is EPO, growth hormone, testosterone. That's the Lance Armstrong diet. There's one golfer, but it's Tiger Woods. Like, yes, it does matter. People will say it all the time. It doesn't matter. John Daly won it. It's like, it matters. Trust me that it matters. EPO matters. It's the reason LeBron takes it. It matters. And if other basketball
does
understood
EPO
what it
do?
did, EPO increases your red blood cells, which gives you endurance so you can play all game long. You can shoot in the fourth
More
quarter
red blood
just like
cells,
you
more
shot in the
oxygen
fourth
in your
minute.
red blood cells. Okay, got you.
It's the king of performance enhancer.
Here's what's actually confirmed about his routine. LeBron James consistently uses cryotherapy to speed up recovery and control inflammation. He spends time in hyperbaric chambers to boost oxygen flow and support tissue repair. Red light therapy is part of his regular schedule. His sleep is tightly managed, often including planned daytime naps, and his nutrition is tracked with extreme precision alongside constant hydration. None of this is secret. None of it breaks rules. And none of it is exclusive. Any elite athlete with enough money and access could follow the same blueprint, which leads to the real question. If the formula is available, why isn't anyone else producing the same results at 41? Take Stephen Curry, still elite at 37, but clearly adapting to the natural effects of age. Kevin Durant, now in his late 30s, has dealt with repeated injuries in recent seasons. Chris Paul, long known for his discipline and body maintenance, has largely transitioned out of top-tier impact. These are all players with world-class resources, trainers, recovery technology, and the financial means to mirror nearly every aspect of LeBron's regimen. But even with those advantages, none of them are matching what he's doing at this stage of his career. So the gap remains. Same tools, same access, completely different outcome.
Doncic is back in. Oh, LeBron! Oh! He reached back and then threw it down with the left hand. Yeah, it's alive. It's alive.
From a physiological perspective, the pattern is well established. Peak explosiveness, speed, strength, vertical power typically occurs between ages 25 and 30, followed by a steady decline. LeBron James hasn't escaped that reality entirely. His burst and lift aren't what they once were, and tracking data suggests his average movement speeds have dipped by roughly 5% over the past decade, but where he's separated himself is in adaptation. The strongest, most credible explanation for his longevity is his evolution as a player. His basketball IQ has become his greatest weapon. He anticipates plays earlier, positions himself more efficiently, and replaces reckless explosiveness with calculated decision-making. At 41, he isn't trying to replicate his 25-year-old self. He's operating as a smarter, more controlled version, one that maximizes impact while minimizing unnecessary physical strain. And yet, there's a detail that keeps disrupting that clean explanation. The dunks. After missing the first 14 games of the season, he returns still producing over 22 points, 5.7 rebounds, and nearly 7 assists per game, and finishing possessions with authority at the rim. Not just finesse finishes, but full, emphatic dunks. At 41. With sciatica, with foot arthritis, with more mileage than almost anyone in the sport's history, even LeBron acknowledges how unusual it looks. When a reporter recently told him he didn't appear 41 on the court, he cut in with a reminder. Check the birth certificate, December 30th, 1984. He knows exactly how old he is, and more importantly, he understands that what he's doing doesn't align with standard models of athletic age. He's just continuing to do it anyway. There's also a layer of skepticism that has lingered for years. The biogenesis scandal, one of the most significant PED controversies in baseball history, implicated figures like Alex Rodriguez and exposed a wide network. While LeBron himself was never named or charged, individuals within his broader circle reportedly appeared in related documents. That kind of proximity doesn't serve as proof of anything, but it also doesn't completely disappear from public discussion. When someone operates this far outside expected limits, people naturally start asking harder questions. And in LeBron's case, those questions have been following him for more than a decade.
Have you heard that term? Dry snitch is a lingo on the streets. And you know what a rat is? A rat is...
At 41, LeBron James is still dominating the NBA, and that's where the real debate begins. On one side, you've got voices like Chael Sonnen throwing out bold claims about PEDs, hinting that this level of size, stamina, and recovery just doesn't happen naturally. On the other side, teammates like Jordan Clarkson paint a completely different picture: early mornings, brutal workouts, non-stop discipline. Then there's the business angle. LeBron isn't just a player anymore, he's a global brand. Every game, every highlight, every season adds millions to his empire, making his presence bigger than basketball itself. But here's where it gets interesting. Despite his elite stats, some lineups haven't translated that production into wins, raising questions about impact versus numbers. And looming over everything is the ultimate test: what happens after retirement? Because history shows, when the game stops, the truth often shows too. So right now, we're left in this tension between greatness and mystery. The stats are real, the dominance is undeniable, but the full explanation? That's still up for debate. At 41, LeBron James is still defying reality. Greatness, genetics, or something deeper, whatever it is, the mystery keeps the world watching.